Well, you've been here a little while now. Not exactly one of the new boys either, with the signings that came in a little bit later. But how have you settled? Does it feel like home, Moor Farm?
Yeah, definitely. I said when I first signed that, you're walking into a group of players in that changing room that are experienced, they're winners. They see a goal that we can all get to together collectively, staff and players. So it's been a really easy transition moving into a changing room. They've been really welcoming, and we've got through that first sort of bedding in period in the season. Now we've had that little bit of break with the international break, and we're really looking to progress and create a good sort of footing in or foothold in the league now, and build on the work we've done so far.
You had a couple of clubs, but more loan spells actually. Did that mean you had to adjust quite quickly, walking into a dressing room and fitting in straight away?
Yeah, I think you learn quick, especially on the loan spells, that you're going into someone else's environment, so you need to display a character where you're open to getting to know new people and working with them to achieve common goals. So it was no different here at Derby, but the older you get, the more people you come across on your footballing journey. So there's always mutual friends that you can speak about with lads that are already in there. So yeah, it's been a pretty seamless transition, and I'm absolutely loving my time here.
What's the personality like in that room? Is it a fun room? Are they a bit more serious? How are the
Yeah,
guys?
I'd say it's a bit of everything, to be honest. We all know what we're here for at the end of the day, and that's to get this club higher up in the league and into the league above. So at the end of the day, we all know that that's our role and that's our goal, but you've got to create an environment that allows you to get there, and that environment is certainly there. Lads, it's a good atmosphere. You're walking into a changing room that's positive, and I'd say the biggest compliment about it is everyone knows each other's strengths. So we all believe in each other, that we can all get the job done together. So as the season goes on, the fact that we've got that real tight linked group, that we can achieve our goals will be really important for us.
It'll be 2 weeks since your last fixture due to the international break. Firstly, I know it sort of throws all of us off, not having a game on a Saturday and that sort of routine. Is it the same for you? Does it feel a bit odd?
I felt it came at a good time, to be fair. Just because, like I said, we've gotten through that first sort of block of games in the season. We were able to sit down collectively as a group and look at the areas that we've fell short on in the first sort of month to 6 weeks of games. It's allowed the coaching staff to place their ideas into us on where they feel we can improve, and we've had a good block of training where we've been able to do that, and hopefully as we move forward, this block will be pivotal to us as we go into the next group of games.
What do you do in your spare time, your days off? How do you spend them?
Mix of, I love my golf, but obviously a bit of a strenuous sport, so you've got to pick your moments when to play golf. We had a day where the staff and players were able to get out one of the training days last week after training, so that was important. The staff love their golf as well, so that'd be a big sort of hobby of mine outside of football. Seeing friends, nothing too fancy.
There's a stereotype of Australians that you're all into sort of all sports. Are you that way? Are you watching the cricket? Are you following the Rugby World Cup? That sort of thing?
Yeah, it's something that you're embedded with from a real young age. I think it's just because Australia is one of them countries where they're competitive in nearly all sports they compete in. So from a young age, you're even individual 2-team sports, you're looking at the best tennis players, just gone, and your athletes at the Olympics, and obviously the Rugby World Cup's on at the minute. So sport's always been a big part of my life from a young age, and I think it always will be, to be fair. I love all codes of sport, so I'll always keep an eye on to see how Australia are doing.
Was it always football for you, or were there other things that you could have gone in different directions?
I think it was always football, but it was certainly, I think the best thing you could say was, in Australia you're exposed, if you want to go down any route of sport, the opportunity's there for you. And I played cricket in the summer, football in the winter. That was sort of my yearly rota. But it was always football as I sort of got older, and as you get older, you can really only play in one sport, so you need to dedicate your time to one of them, and that was football.
Bringing things back to the here and now and to Saturday, how important is it that you start and get on a run at home? Because I think that's been the biggest frustration so far. Yeah,
100%. I think, if we were to reflect on some of the games this season, I think at crucial moments we've nearly been there. And the managers sort of spoke to us multiple times, after games and during this break to reiterate the point that, like you just said in the question, this is the here and now. We've got the opportunity to do something really good, but we need to stamp our authority now, not next week, not in a month, not in 3 months, because we'll all be looking at each other and the season will be 6 weeks away from being finished. So as we move forward, it's really important that we stamp our sort of authority on this league. We've got a great group of players, we've got a great coaching staff, we're all in it together. But I think now's an important time where we show our qualities and we show our strength in this division.